Recording now and transcribing. Elbow 3, let's give it one more minute. All right, let's get started here. Hi, everybody. I'm Rob Manfredi. I'm the owner of Bamboo Solutions. Just a couple housekeeping things. We are recording this, and we'll share the recording link after the webinar. If there's any questions during, just use the Q&A or the chat feature of the webinar, and I'll keep an eye on it and see if anything pops up and answer those questions out there. We're going to do a quick PowerPoint, a little bit about Bamboo, a little bit about how we price our products. And then after we do the PowerPoint, I see some more folks jumping in. Great, we're recording this, so we'll share the recording afterwards. We're going to do a quick PowerPoint about Bamboo, about our pricing structure, some security issues or some security features of our product. We'll do a quick overview of the product, show you how you can start a trial, and then we'll actually see the product in action. And all of that should take only about 20-25 minutes for this product. But we're super excited about Carousel. It is a much loved product for anybody out there using SharePoint as a portal, because it can be not only very informative, but it also conveys very relevant information in a great way to your users that's not available in out-of-the-box SharePoint. So let's get started. So Bamboo, we're a leading provider of enterprise-class software and services for SharePoint and Microsoft 365. Over 8,000 customers have downloaded our products. We have over 2,000 customers on maintenance, and they are both big and small. What always makes us different is our experience. Bamboo has been developing products for SharePoint since 2007, 2008. We purchased the company in 2016 and developed their entire cloud strategy. So we still support about 50 products on-prem, and we now have 25 products for SharePoint Online, including what we're going to see today, which is Carousel. We're still a medium-sized company, I would say. We're about 40 folks, and we definitely enjoy a lot of repeat business with our customers. So the way we architected our products is they are what is called an SPFx solution. That means it's a SharePoint framework. That's what SPFx stands for. These products run in your SharePoint Online environment. So they are not a SaaS. They're not a subscription. It's not hosted on our servers. So for that reason, it's very security aware, and we have passed all sorts of risk assessments with our customers. The products can be downloaded both from our website or from the Microsoft App Store. You can just search for Bamboo there. And I think we've got 16 of our 25 products available. They're exactly the same. However, the purchase of the product, that's how you would get your trials, has to happen through Bamboo. The software is downloaded and installed into your app catalog in SharePoint Online, and then made available on a SharePoint page. It's important to note that these are not add-ins. We saw that Microsoft is no longer supporting the add-in concept. Their preference and best path forward are SPFx solutions, which is what our products have always been. So rest assured, these products will work forever in SharePoint Online. So you can see over here a couple layers of security. We've got our SPFx-based solution here that complies with all of your SharePoint security and permissions that you already have. You add the products to your app catalog, which you need permission as an admin to do. And then you enable those products in SharePoint Online on a page. And then your customers access the product and its data through SharePoint Online within your environment, preserving all of the security that you have already set up with SharePoint. Let's talk about licensing and support. So since these are products that are installed into your SharePoint tenant, they are a perpetual license and maintenance model. So once you buy it, the product is yours. It includes first-year maintenance, and it is a single price. So there is no subscription, there's no per-user pricing, and the like. You can install the product on as many different site collections or pages as you'd like, and have as many users accessing it as you want. The first year cost, the purchase price, does include the first year maintenance. Support and upgrades are included with that, which we have our support team here in Reston, Virginia, as well as in Alabama. If you choose to renew your maintenance on the anniversary of your purchase, it is roughly 22% of the purchase price. So let's say the product is $4,000, your yearly maintenance would be about $800. That includes the phone support as well as new features, upgrades, new versions, bug fixes, and the like. If you're a large customer, over 2,000 people in your SharePoint tenant that are actively using it, there is an additional support fee. The product is still the same price. And the like. If you're a small company, let's say you're a business with less than 100 employees or not-for-profit less than 300, we do offer a special pricing, which is maintenance only. So instead of a purchase price, you would just simply pay first year maintenance. That would be your license price and the first year maintenance. And then that price would recur each year if you chose to stay on it. Again, if you're over 2,000 users, we have oh my gosh, what's that? Sorry about that. If you're over 2,000 users, there's an additional support fee per account, not per product. So between 2,000 and 10,000 SharePoint users, let me try to touch my mouse again without switching. It's $2,500 a year. That's a per account fee if you're over 10,000 but under 100,000, and if you're over 100,000. We have several clients that have 400,000 or 500,000 people on their tenant. Obviously, they're going to open up more tickets with us, so that's why we have this charge for an additional charge for support. Okay, let's talk about the product. Happy to answer any questions about pricing, just again in the QA or chat, or raise your hand, and we can go from there. Okay, Carousel. So Carousel is an image slider that is added to your SharePoint Online page. It is completely 508 compliant, which there are no other products out there that are. So this means that all of your visually impaired readers, it supports all the alt text and navigation to enable those things to work. We've got several government customers that was mandatory. We've been through all of their testing. We've made modifications to it to be specific for 508. So we know that for sure this will pass all of the regulations. But what the image slider is meant to do is attract attention to important content and optimize homepage space and layout, right? So an image slider is really a way of conveying through images and text timely information for your users in a small space. Within those images, you can link those slides to any URL with customizable buttons. Those images move in a very smooth, rotating manner from images that are put in a SharePoint library that can be anywhere on your site. And then we've got some neat metadata that allows you to automate the activation or termination of those images being displayed on certain dates so that content is always up to date. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of the features, right? So again, smooth animation as this thing transitions. We only have one transition mode right now, but it is very smooth, as you will see. We provide a lot of navigation for the users that you can stop the rotation, you can move to the next image, or you can move to any slide with a series of buttons on the bottom. Again, you can add titles, text, and links, and those links can open up within the same tab or in a new tab. Regardless of the order of images in your document, in your image library, you can reorder those images to be in a preferable image rotation. The size of the carousel can be fixed, so your page isn't moving around, or it can be auto-adjusted based on the size of the image. And then again, we talked about the auto-publishing dates or expiration, and we're going to see all that in action and how that works. So a lot of times people say, well, we've got a lot of image options in SharePoint Online. Well, you really have three, and image carousel, and our carousel product would be your fourth. So one is the image gallery, right? So you can see here in this image gallery, which is the out-of-the-box free web part for SharePoint Online, there's 13 images that are located in this image library, but there is no pause, play. There is no sort of navigation for the user. The dimensions provide a lot of white space because they make the web part the size of your largest image in that library. And there are no captions. So yes, it does slide through images, but not, we would think, in a very cumbersome way. The second, which we see a lot of on SharePoint pages, which it has a place for, is this hero image display, which is kind of a very modern looking large image and then a couple small images. But you can only put a maximum of 5 images in this image hero carousel. And only the largest image can be given information, which is that one on the left, right, with the learn more. All the other images really support that image and are not meant to convey different information because you can't put titles, text, or links in those. You can't customize your image titles. And then the image upload is one at a time, which is fine, but they're located where the web part is located. So you can't really manage your image library in a different site collection and then have it surfaced in this carousel, or even have it a carousel on your HR site and a carousel over on your dev site, a carousel at your homepage, all pointing to the same image library, which may be important for you all as well. Okay, so the last one is just the image display, which is a single image with a caption. You only see one image. Obviously, there's no rotation or anything like that. But, Carousel can have one image as well, which, would provide just a much better experience than what you're seeing here in terms of image display. So let's take a quick look at Carousel. So here is the Carousel. Just from a navigation, here's my pause button here on the left. We're going to see this in action, not just a still image. Here's where I can jump to any image. So this one has 5 images. Here's an image link and text, which grows depending on how much text you put in here. But you can see the image is really rich. There's no white space. It's fitting within the size. And then, of course, these images are all located in an image library anywhere on your site collection. So again, the setup is pretty easy there. So let's take a quick tour of the website, and then we're going to do a full demo of the product and how that's set up. All right, let me drag over my browser. So here on our home page, oh, we're already there. Look at it, we got a nice little image slider there. But the products, if we go to that section, on the left are the SharePoint Online products in blue. On the right are the SharePoint on-premise products. We do not have a carousel for on-prem, SharePoint 2016-19 subscription edition. But we do have it over here, oops, in our SharePoint Online. Again, you can learn more about our small business pricing and discounts. We've got a quick link to Carousel. But if you click on this view more, you will see all the 25 products we have for SharePoint Online with a nice brief explanation of what each one does. So you can peruse that catalog. So we've got Alerts Plus, a great calendaring app that can bring in calendars both from SharePoint as well as Exchange. Here's Carousel. We've got a charting, column level security, data viewer. We've got a Directory Plus, a free version and a paid version that pulls information in from Active Directory so that you can have a searchable directory of your employees, group redirect, a knowledge base, rolling list items together, better printing of lists. Another one it's really popular is an org chart where you can build all sorts of great org charts based on the information in Active Directory. And we got a free version and a paid version as well. And again, just a bunch of great stuff in here. So what we're going to do is look at Carousel. If you go to the product page, there's a nice movie of it in action. We've also got an article that show the benefits of this solution compared to the out-of-the-box web parts, which I just sort of went through. Some features, there's the movie, and the pricing for this product. So the perpetual license and maintenance is $3,026 US for your entire tenant, right? Second year maintenance, if you choose, would be 22% of that, which is roughly, I think, $600 to stay on maintenance, which includes phone support as well as upgrades and new versions. If you're a small business, right, you would just pay the maintenance piece to buy it, which would mean the product cost is about $600. If you're over 2,000 SharePoint users, you can click there and get quickly to our enterprise program options as well. That would be on top of this price. If you want to start a trial, you can simply click the try buy button. It brings up our Bamboo shopper. Here is the free trial, no credit card needed. You add it to your cart, you check out, you download the zip file, you add it to you unzip it, add it to your app catalog, add it to a page, and you're off and running with a 30-day free trial. Again, no credit card needed, full access to support if you need help. and the like. Likewise, you can also go to the App Store and search for Carousel and download it there as well. Okay. Let's take a look at the actual product here. Okay. So here we actually see it in action. So I've added Carousel to this page. It is going through its transitions between the images. We can see the actual images down here moving. This image has a hyperlink, right? Which we can do here. I don't see any titles on these. And we can show they can open a new tab. I've got my forward and backs here, which allow me to move quickly through it. I can also jump to any image that I may have saw. And if I want to read, because there's a lot of text on this, I can pause the image slider and it will stay on this image while, if I just want to stop it, which is also really important for 508 compliance, because as things rotate, they will be read to the user. And for 508 compliance, that pause button needs to be easily activated so that it's not distracting if they're looking at something else on the page. Setup for this product is pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and edit the page. And we've added it to a section, so it can sit in any section. Again, the way you would add it to the page, once it was added to your app catalog, you simply would hit the plus button, search for the web part Carousel. There's Carousel by Bamboo. You would add it, and it would look just like this, except there would be no images on there. The configuration is located right here on this icon. And then we've got a couple areas here. So you can create a new image library if you want, or you can point to an existing library. So that's all this tab does here. The selection allows us to select where the image library is that we want to pull into this carousel. So we put the URL, load carousels, and then we get sort of a list of carousels or image libraries that are located within this site or site collection. We choose the one that we want. And then from that, we'll pull in the existing images, or if it's new, there'll be no images that are there. Now, when this image library is created, we add, or if you point to it, we add additional columns. So what we add in here is the body, which is the body, a sort order, a URL for if you want to add a hyperlink, a mode, which is either open up in the same tab or open up in a new tab, and then the alt text for the 508 readers for the button and the images. Here you can also add your expiration date for the images, your activation date for the images. And then with that, you pretty much get what you need to do. So here's the images, right? You can see here's the body, the sort order, which is different than the order in here, and then the open modes and the like. So again, you can just add new images. You can upload them, or if I wanted to edit some of this metadata, I could just edit it right in grid view as well. The settings piece actually says, all right, so if I got 100 images in there, I may just want to show 50 or 20, right? So it'll grab those 20 out of there. I don't know if it's like the most recent 20 or random 20. I got to figure that one out. But anyway, you don't have to show them all. In this, you can also choose to have Carousel adjust the width based on the picture size, or you can set a custom dimension. So in this case, I had it 1,000 pixels wide by 400 pixels tall, which is what we see over here. And then in microseconds, I can set the delay between the slides. So if you want it a little bit longer, right? So let's up this to 10,000. And then, of course, you can pick your color themes and the like. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll republish it. And now we'll see those slides are moving just a little bit slower in their transitions, a little more time on each slide as they go. So, you could have a benefit slide that's only good for a certain month, let's say in August. So you could stage that image, set a activation date on August 1st and an expiration date on August 30. And then when that image comes up, right, you can have it hyperlinked to the page for enrolling in benefits, right? So let's grab, I think it's this will open up in a new tab. So if I click on it, it opened up Bing search in a new tab over there. So kind of a neat thing to have the links, the information, and the text explaining what the image is all about. So you can see it's much more customizable. It's much more informative for your users, and the management of the images is much more flexible than anything out of the box. All right, that was our full demo of Carousel. Again, we've got a free trial available to all of you at no cost with no credit card needed. You can download that from the app source or from our website. You get full access to our help desk. So open up a ticket if you get any struggles, or just send me an email. We'd be happy to hop on a call with you and help you configure it or add it to your page and the like. And we know this will be an important product for every portal out there because SharePoint just doesn't do this out of the box. I'll stay on for any questions. If not, we'll be sending a copy of this to all that attended, and we're looking forward to talking with you soon. Okay. Oh. Thank you for the applause. We love this product. It is so nifty and useful. We have one Fortune 50 client that uses it on, I think it's 4,000 site collections. They use it on as part of their standard template for any new site. And again, at the price, it's a perpetual license and maintenance. So once you buy it, you own it. If you choose not to renew the maintenance, it will continue to work forever. You just won't get upgrades, new versions. If Microsoft does break something, bug fixes are part of maintenance. So we allow a 1-year catch up if you're off maintenance for less than a year to get back on maintenance. If it's longer than a year, then we're in a repurchase situation at that point. But we like to work with our customers to get them back on maintenance if they choose not to renew. And again, the theme colors are all these colors down here. So you can see here it's matching our theme colors for the site. Okay, well, with that, let's close things up and get on with our day. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on with us, and we'll see you guys online.